As the first step of the procedure, we need to collect the sample from site. After the sampling is done, the sieving is done either manually or on a sieve shaker. For a standard test, aggregate passing 12.5 mm IS sieve and retained on 10 mm sieve is selected. Here we are using the manual way of sieving the aggregate. After the sieving is done, the aggregate passing 12.5 mm sieve and retained on 10 mm sieve is collected. We require about 6.5 kg of this sample for 2 test trials. After the aggregate is collected, it is weighed on a balance. Here we have about 3 kg of sample that can be used for 1 test trial. To prevent any error due to the presence of moisture, the aggregate is heated to about 100 degrees centigrade to 110 degrees centigrade and is then cooled to room temperature before testing. The cylindrical measure is then filled with the dried sample in 3 layers of approximately equal depths. After each layer, 25 tampings are given by the rounded edge of the tamping rod. The top surface of aggregates in the cylindrical measure is now leveled off using the tamping rod as a straight edge. The total aggregate required to fill the cylindrical measure is weighed and the weight is recorded as W1. These aggregates are now transferred into the test cylinder with a base plate. This is done in a similar fashion as done above, placing the aggregates and giving 25 tampings to each layer. The top surface is now leveled and the plunger is inserted so that it rests on this level surface. The test cylinder with the sample and the plunger is then placed into the compression testing machine. level of the cylinder is so adjusted that the top surface of the plunger just touches the loading surface. Now the machine is started and a load of 40 tons is applied at a rate of 4 tons per minute. The rate of loading can be adjusted using the knob provided. The load is now released by turning the second knob provided appropriately. The aggregates and the crushed material in the cylinder is transferred onto the sieve of 2.36 mm size. The sieving is now done and the material passing the sieve is collected. The fines thus collected from sieving is weighed and its weight is recorded as W2.